All right, hello and welcome to Brandon P. Telvin Fields here in Livingston, New Jersey. My name is Zack Smolen, alongside a newest member of our New Jersey Nationals broadcast family, Michael Memmis. Mike, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Ready to call two good games of baseball, but we have one coming up here. It's a really nice day out, so great conditions for a baseball game.
Yeah, doubleheader on our hands today as the Nationals will take on the New Jersey Giants. It's one of my favorite opponents that the Nationals have. They have the logo that looks almost exactly like the New York Giants logo I wish they would have, and they would give the state credit for giving the football team a home, but that's neither here nor there. We got a doubleheader on our hands today between these two squads. In the first game, the Nationals will be the road team, and the Giants will be on the visiting side at their home field for game number 2. But getting ready here in game number 1, it's 57 degrees and partly cloudy here in Livingston, New Jersey. The starting pitcher for the Giants is Sean Mulligan, and he'll face off against John Moeller. To get things started here, we'll give you the Nationals' full lineup right after the first pitch. Mulligan, a righty, against the right-handed hitting Moeller, who's been the leadoff hitter for this Nationals squad pretty much this entire season. All right, we just learned a important ground rule. There are soccer nets in deep right center field. They were here the last time I was here, a couple of weeks ago with the 18U squad, and they were more in the middle of the field, so this will be interesting. First pitch from Mulligan is tapped the other way and snared by Verbera, the first baseman. He throws high on a loop, but Mulligan is there, able to make the grab for the first out of the inning. So a nice little 3-1 play. Moeller jumps on the first pitch he sees. There's one away. So you met John Moeller, the leadoff hitter, and actually he's starting pitching today. And we'll give you the rest of the Nationals lineup. It's a long one. Batting second and up now is the shortstop Liam Cavanaugh, followed by Anthony Bibbo, is going to start the game as an extra hitter in the 3 spot. Anthony Alves, the second baseman, cleans things up with Aiden Kearns out in center batting 5th. Mulligan's first pitch is sky high for a ball. First pitch to Cavanaugh, that is, and count 1-0. Nick Weaver will extra hit and bat 6th. In the 7th spot is Danny Reyes, the third baseman. Batting 8th is the backstop Matt Muller. Sam Michelle hits 9th and extra hit. Dylan Martling, the first baseman, bats 10th. As that pitch misses, the count 2-0. Joe Bartolomeo in left field hitting 11th. Chris Adebato is extra hitting, batting 12th. And Anthony Rodriguez is in right field, and he will bat last. And this one is lined right to the third baseman, Kenny. And some solid contact by Cavanaugh, but the third baseman right there. 2 retires man out number 2. Defense for the Giants, Alec Mistretta is in left. Tommy DiLorenzo in center and Justin Greger in right field. Brandon Kenny's at third with Danny Eitner at shortstop. Scott Schroeder mans the keystone, and Miles Ribeiro is at first base. Behind the plate is Nick Slotnick, and of course Sean Mulligan, the righty, is on the mound. Left-hander Anthony Bibbo up now. First pitch to him is a fastball missing up, and the count 1-0.
2 sharply hit balls so far, but right to the fielders, and that's just unlucky so far, the first 2 batters.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one is lined right up the middle and in for a base hit into left field. Picked up by Mistretta quickly, and Bibbo's got himself a base hit. He'd been going through a little bit of a drought lately, so good for him to be able to get a knock there on the board, and that's the first hit of the ball game for the Nationals.
Yeah, yes, he has, and these kind of these scrimmage games, they're very good to kind of test some new stuff. Tournament's not going to count for anything, so it's a good time to try new things and maybe break out of slumps.
So here comes Anthony Alves, takes the first pitch in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Bibbo's got a little bit of speed over there at first base, but 2 outs. Might not want to test Slotnick's arm back here. We actually saw the 16U team. They played against the 18U squad last Sunday. As Bibbo breaks for second, curveball's in the dirt for a ball. The throw down is not in time, and actually Edner never got a tag on him. It's a stolen base for Bibbo. And call the pitch a ball, 1-1 count, runner on second base.
Yeah, Bibbo had a nice lead, and the ball went in the dirt, and that kind of assured he was going to be safe at second.
And the 1-1 is right there on the outside corner, went off speed, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Couple umpires here, a home plate umpire, and 1 in the field, which is typical here for the Nationals action. This curveball runs a little high and away, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. The runner in scoring position for the Nationals. They've struggled to score runs lately, so they'd like to get one on the board here. Bibbo with a good secondary. Alves is freeze-framed on the outside corner. Strike 3. Mulligan gets him down looking, and that'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit. Pardon me. and 1 man left on base, 1 stolen base as well. At the end of half an inning, it's a scoreless tie heading into the bottom of the first with the Jersey Giants coming to bat. You're listening to New Jersey Nationals 16U Baseball right here on the Nationals Baseball Radio Network.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
America.
All right, back at it here. Bottom of the first inning. Nationals got a hit on the board. Runner in scoring position as well, but failed to bring him around. And now it's going to be John Moeller's job to try to shut down this Giants offense. And here's their lineup. It's very similar to the one they used last Sunday. Tommy DiLorenzo leads things off. He'll play center field. Scott Schroeder bats second and plays second. In the 3 spot is Danny Etner, the shortstop, and cleaning things up is the right fielder, Justin Gregor. Brandon Kenny's at third base, batting 5th. Sean Mulligan, the starting pitcher, is in the 6th spot. Alec Mistretta, the left fielder, bats 7th, batting 8th is Nick Slotnick, the catcher. And rounding it out in the 9th spot is Miles Verbero, and he will play first base. The Nationals will start with John Moeller. He's usually their center fielder, getting a start on the mound today. And we'll give you their defense real quick before Tommy DiLorenzo digs into the box. Left to right in the outfield, Joe Bartolomeo, Aiden Kearns, and Anthony Rodriguez. Danny Reyes is at the hot corner at third base with Liam Cavanaugh at short. Anthony Alves at second base, Dylan Martling at first, Matt Mueller behind the plate, and John Mueller, his brother, is on the mound. Pitches from the stretch. First offering is grounded over to second. Alves picks it up, fires quickly to first, and puts him down for out number 1. So just like Mueller did to start off the top of the first inning, he induces a 4-3 ground ball, or rather a ground ball over to the right side on the first pitch to get his first out. That'll send up Scott Schroeder. Giants are using wooden bats today as the first pitch from Mueller to him misses inside, and the count 1-0. When Schroeder's got the real stirrups instead of the socks that just looked like they have them. A sharp look for him today on a Sunday. Next pitch, a fastball on the outside edge, count 1-1.
Yeah, I really love these uniform colors. You know, for the Nationals, almost looks like a UNC kind of look, and then obviously the New Jersey Giants have a Giants look.
And the 1-1 swung on a miss in the count 1-2. We'll tell you a little bit more about those jerseys. Nationals in their Carolina blues with Nationals written across the front in modified cursive in white letters. And the 1-2, strike 3, catches him window shopping on the outside corner. And Mueller picks up his first strikeout for the second out here in the bottom of the first. Also the Nationals with the matching Carolina blue pants. They have numbers on the back of their jerseys, outlined in navy blue, but also in white. And most of them have the Carolina blue socks with the navy blue and white stripes going across. Now here comes Danny Etner to the plate. This one is lifted high and deep to left field. Going to be a chase for Bartolomeo. He's going back towards the fence, dives, and can't make the play. Etner rounds first. He's going to head to second. He's going to round, try to get to third, but a strong throw by Bartolomeo will leave him over at second. It's a 2-out double for Danny Etner, and a nice piece of hitting from the 3-hitter for the Giants.
Yeah, hit deep, just out of the reach of Bartolomeo. Maybe a little lost in tracking it, but it's really solid contact there and hit pretty deep.
It's a deep left field here, 355 to straightaway left, and then 342. That's not a mistake. It's in more to the left center power alley. Big lead off a second by Etner, and he's going to break for third. First pitch is low, and the throw is a bit offline, but Kavanaugh's there to back it up. No, he's not able to pick it up in time. Let's see if he can make a play at home. The throw is high, and not in time. He will come in to score. Etner steals third, and then comes in to score on the throw. That's going to go as an E2, and the Giants on the board. They're up 1-0.
You saw the lead. He was going to be aggressive. He stole on the first pitch, and almost was a good backup to stop it, but not able to get the handle there, and a run for the Giants.
Kavanaugh was there, but was unable to pick up the ball, so the pitch was a ball. Next offering is swung on a missed, or rather foul tipped, off the glove of Moeller, and the count 1-1 strike. And the Giants, well, they look like the New York Giants. Straight up blue jerseys as Gregor swings and misses, and the count 1-2. Giants written across the front in red with a white trim. Actually, in the oblique area, they have some gray going down either side, the left and the right. Look out, that fastball up and in. Gregor's got it dug out of the way. Now the count 2-2. Giants also in white pants, and numbers on the back in red outlined in the white trim. And, of course, their logo on their caps looks just like the New York Giants jersey, except for instead of a Y, it's a J. It's fouled into the parking lot behind us, and the count remains 2-2. So Gregor, in his last game, was 1 for 1, or rather, my mistake. No, it's not him. That was Etner. Was 0 for 2 in his last game against the 18U Nationals, as this one is fouled over to the right side, and the count stays 2-2.
Nice job fighting it off with 2 strikes. Already 1 run. They're looking to put it. Mueller looking to put it away this inning, but tough battle here.
Curveball swung on, strike 3. So Mueller collects his second strikeout, but not before a run comes across the score. Giants 1 run. Pardon me. Let's take that again. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. At the end of 1, Giants 1, Nationals nothing. New Jersey coming to bat in the top of the second. You're listening to NJ Nationals 16U Baseball right here on the New Jersey Nationals Baseball Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
Kearns, Weaver, Reyes up for the Nationals as they try to get their run back. The first pitch from Mulligan misses upstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. Kearns, left-handed batter. Usually in the 3 spot for the Nationals. 3 or 4, down to 5 today. Alves has been hitting well. 1-0, swung on a miss, and rather foul tipped into the glove. Hard to tell here. I'm right behind the umpire, behind home plate, and honestly, the pitch location is slightly obscured by the umpire being there. As this misses in the dirt, and the count 2-1, or actually looks like it plunked him, as he's going to trot on over to first base. So again, it's a little bit tricky to see exactly what happened. To me, it looked like that hit home plate, but it might have hit his leg. So Kearns, either way, is on first base. And we'll send him Nick Weaver, speedy right-handed batter for the Nationals. First pitch to him is an up-and-in fastball on the count 1-0. So the Nationals with their second base runner of the game. Let's see what they try to do with Kearns over here at first base and nobody out.
Not a huge lead at first, but he's stealing.
He's going to break. This one hitting the air to left field. He might have to retreat. Getting there is Mistretta. He makes the grab. He throws over to first. That's not going to be in time. They tried the hit and run. It didn't work, and Weaver is out on the F7, but good idea there for the Nationals. Trying to get something going there. Kearns did have a good jump.
Yeah, good idea there. It just doesn't always work. The good thing was it was hitting the outfield, so he was able to get back and not a killing double play.
Yeah, line drive in the infield could get rid of that real quick. Here comes Danny Reyes, third baseman, swings and misses at the upstairs offering. And the count 0-1. Let's see if they try to have Kearns run to second again. He had a great jump the last time. And we did see Bibbo get a swipe bag in the top of the first. Next pitch is right there on the outside corner, and Reyes quickly behind 0-2.
And you see the second baseman move a little bit farther towards his regular position with 2 strikes, a little less likely for a steal.
Kearns about 10 feet off the bag at first. Kicks and fires up and in, but swung on a miss by Reyes, and he's down on strikes. 4 out, number 2. So 2 outs as quickly as the Nationals got their first base runner. Fly out and a strikeout. Now Matt Muller's going to have to bring the run home. Muller, right-handed batter, stands tall in the box just like his brother John. First pitch to him is on the outside corner for a strike. Another good-looking fastball by Mulligan, and the count 0-1. And the Nationals did steal with 2 outs in the last inning, but Kearns just a big secondary, but doesn't go for it as the curveball misses down and away. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. Mulligan now in the stretch. Slide step delivery, misses low. He's been quick to the plate. And the count now 2-1.
Yeah, the hitters get a little less time in between, have to be more prepared, maybe throwing off the momentum a little bit this inning.
And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and hits a patch of dirt in the infield. It's bobbled by Etner. Makes a strong throw to first. It's high and off the bag. And Muller's going to be safe over there. Nice hustle there by Muller. And Etner going to be charged with that E6. So that was an issue when I saw this team last Sunday. Is they're going to courtesy run for Muller over at first base with Weaver. And this team made a bunch of errors the last time around. So if the Nationals could keep the ball in play, mainly keep it on the ground, it might play to their advantage as Sam Michel steps to the plate. First offering to him is swung on the miss in the count 0-1. Michel has got some serious pop over there, left-handed hitter. Timing's been an issue for him the past couple seasons. He had a big hit in Central Jersey last weekend. Next pitch misses inside, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
And a really big hole between first and second due to the runners on, because the second baseman shaded a little bit over to hold the runner at second. So big hole there to shoot the ball into.
Michel's going to swing and miss at the next one, count 1-2, and that's a little bit of a mistake for this Giants team. They really should have Etner over there covering second, especially with the left-handed hitter at the plate. You don't want that big gap over on the right side. Here's the 1-2. Curveball caught on a miss, strike 3. Michel down swinging. And Mulligan's looked really good so far up there on the mound. That's already his 3rd strikeout of the contest. Nationals, no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left aboard at the end of 1.5. Giants lead at 1-0, and the Giants are coming back to bat in the bottom of the 2nd inning. You're listening to NJ Nationals Baseball right here on the New Jersey Nationals Baseball Radio Network.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
All right, welcome back, and another inning for Moeller. Still only a 1-0 deficit. Nationals couldn't put anything on despite a couple of base runners. They've left 3 on by virtue, really, of 3 big strikeouts by Mulligan. So it's going to be Kenny, Mulligan, and Mistretta. 5, 6, 7 coming up for the Giants here in the bottom of the second inning as they look to extend their lead.
Mueller pitched pretty good last inning. He gave that one long ball, but that run really, it wasn't on a hit. So just kind of has looked to bear down and continue what he's been doing.
So let's see what he can do here against the righty. First pitch is down and away. And count 1 ball, no strikes. Sam Michelle is now at third base. Anthony Bibbo at short. That's all the changes I could see immediately. Next pitch is tapped foul. Over on the left side, third base dugout. That's where the Nationals are seated. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. And Chris Adubato. Here we go. That's the one I was missing. He's taken over at first base. So we're going to see a lot of those rotations here today, especially with the doubleheader. This will be 2 6-inning games. So the next game slated to start at 2:30. But if this game goes fast, expect that one to start earlier as the next pitch by Mueller is down and out and count 2-1. And I have not seen Mueller pitch this season. I've only done a handful of 16U games, usually with Matthias Wildman, who has gotten a job in North Carolina. As this one grounded to third. Michelle's first action on defense. Makes a strong throw on a hop, but it's not in time. The speedy Kenny got a nice jump out of the box, and that's going to go as an infield single. The second hit for the Giants in today's contest.
Yeah, on that play, you almost have to throw it right away, almost barehanded, but it is a really tough play. It's on the corner at third. You're already running away from the base, so not surprised that ended up being an infield single.
Yeah, that ball was not hit the hardest, but Michelle did the best he could with it. But Kenny on first either way. Here comes Mulligan, a chance to help himself. Tall right-handed batter in the box. Mueller checks on him, not in time. And Mueller's only used 17 pitches, kept it in the zone, 12 of them for strikes. And the first offering to Mulligan. This one is grounded through the hole on the left side and in for a base hit. Bartolomeo picks it up in left, fires it in quickly, but back-to-back base hits for the Giants have them in business here. 2 men on, nobody out here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, and you noticed on that play that Bibbo was shaded towards second base in case of a steal, and kind of where it was hit was where his normal position was, so that was big having that runner on first in that play.
Yeah, Bibbo pinched up the middle also for the double play. Let's see if Mistretta now can hit a line drive into the outfield, help his team double the lead. First pitch to him, and that's exactly what he does. Right up the middle for a base hit. Kearns picks it up, comes up, throwing a strong throw home right on the money. It's going to be cut off by Mueller, but would have made it home had Kenny tried to go around and score. 3 straight base hits, all of them right on the screws. And now the Nationals in some trouble here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
And Kenny, he hesitated a little bit on that line drive because it was a line drive and couldn't really see if anyone was going to catch it right away, so he had to hesitate a little bit. Probably the reason he didn't end up going to home and just stayed at third.
Some smart base running there. First pitch to Slotnick is a strike on the outside corner, and the count 0-1. Slotnick is the starting catcher today. He split some time last Sunday for the Giants. Back behind home plate as this one is grounded over to short. Bibbo picks it up. He's going to have one play. It's to first, and it's in time. So the Nationals will trade a run for an out. Every other base runner advances. It's an RBI ground out for Nick Slotnick, and the Giants double their lead. It's now 2-0.
And you want a ground ball in that play. Fortunately, they couldn't get 2, but they were at least able to get an out. It's kind of what you want to do when you base load no outs. You just limit the damage.
This one misses low to the final batter in the order, Miles Barbero. And the count 1-0. Yeah, they got the slow grounder they were looking for. Almost had the same effect as a bunt would have. Just looked a little different as the 1-0. Slider misses outside, and the count 2 balls and no strikes.
It looked like it was hit pretty hard off the bat, and same as the grounder to third, so maybe a little bit of a slower infield.
It did rain a lot on Friday, and some of these fields are still feeling that. This one popped up to left. Bartolomeo camps under it, and he's going to make a strong throw home. That's right to Mueller. A nice play by Bartolomeo to not only get the out, but cut off the run. And now 2 away here as Verbero's down on the F9. Or 7. 9 is his number.
And also a nice job by Muller to block that ball as well. If that goes past him, the guy from third may decide to go home, but nice job blocking it there.
So here comes Tommy DiLorenzo back to the top of the order. Grounded out over to the right side his first time up on the first pitch of the ball game, or rather first pitch of the ball game for his offense. This time Muller hits the outside corner in the count 0-1. 2 men on, 2 men out, 2 runs in for the Giants in this game, 1 this inning. As the next pitch by Muller misses down and away, blocked by his brother Matt, keeps it in front of him. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Nationals want to keep it at a 2-0 deficit. They've had a hard time scoring lately. So to keep that opposition score as low as possible, imperative here. Next one is tomahawked into left. That's going to drop in for a base hit down the line. It's going to be a long run for Bartolomeo. 1 runner will score. Here comes the second runner. He will score. DiLorenzo trots into second base. Hits a long RBI double for Tommy DiLorenzo. And now the Giants double their lead again. It's 4-0.
Absolutely smashed there down the line. The only question when it was hit is if it was going to be fair or foul. There's no way that Bartolomeo was going to get to that. And now 2 runs. Now it's a 4-0 game. A bit of a margin now that the Nationals have to make up.
That one was high in the zone, and he tomahawked that one. Hit that. Started above his head and just got the barrel to it. A nice pulled baseball. Takes advantage of that deep left field corner as Muller goes and checks on DiLorenzo over at second base, but nothing doing there. He's a speedy runner. He's got a big lead as well. Schroeder up to the plate. He was Muller's first strikeout victim of the contest as another throwback not in time. And honestly, I'd stop worrying about the base runner here. You just want to try to get this batter out, especially a guy that you struck out the last time.
Yeah, and you got the shortstop and second baseman shading towards second, leaving a huge hole on both sides of the infield.
There he goes for third. This one fouled off, so he's going to have to go back. Yeah, and I agree. If you're going to have both of your guys pinched, I mean, you can check on them all you want. The odds of picking somebody off at second are slim, and in this case, you're just giving a huge hole on the left and right sides of the infield, so you're just going to give him a better chance to score anyway.
And also wasting bullets to the arm of the pitcher.
Next one, down and out. And count 1 ball, 1 strike. So Muller's mostly been in the strike zone, but when he's missed down and away to righties. Maybe that's because he knows his brother's going to block him. Matt Muller, one of the best catchers I've seen in this Nationals organization at any age level. He can throw, he can block, and he's a pretty good hitter. 1-1. Hit in the air to center field. Kearns has plenty of time, camps under it, makes a small fire, and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. But the Giants, with another big inning here, 3 runs on 4 hits, and 1 man left aboard at the end of 2. Giants 4, Nationals nothing, with the New Jersey Nationals coming to bat in the top of the 3rd inning. You're listening to 16U NJ Nationals Baseball right here on the New Jersey Nationals Baseball Radio Network.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Dan.
Welcome back to the ballpark here. It's going to be Dylan Martling, Joe Bartolomeo, and Chris Adubato coming up for the Nationals. That's 10, 11, and 12. They're batting 13 today. against Sean Mulligan, who's been dominant so far, and laces that first pitch in for a strike. Fastball in the inside corner in the count 0-1.
So far, the Nationals have left 3 guys on base, but basically all their production has been with 2 outs, so they didn't want to get something early.
Tapped over to third. A strong throw by Kenny. It's a little high, but the elevation by Verbero, a good stretch, puts Martling down for out number 1. Yeah, the issue for the Nationals is they've had men on base, but then they strike out when those guys are in their best position to score. So a 5-3 ground out here. Martling puts the ball in play this time, and that'll send up Joe Bartolomeo. Bartolomeo had a really good season last year when he was on the 14U. Has struggled to hit so far this fall as he fans through that one in the count 0-1. Bartolomeo, a tall drink of water, right-handed batter. And the 0-1 pitch is right there on the outside edge. Went off speed that time. Now he's behind 0-2. Bartolomeo, also a good pitcher. Third baseman, first baseman, outfielder. Chokes up on the bat for the 2-strike approach, and it works for him as he fouls this one away.
Yeah, an interesting thing with Bartolomeo's stance I'm noticing is he leans 1 foot back when kind of getting ready, but then when the pitch starts coming, he kind of moves them together, which is kind of the normal thing. It's interesting how he has it before a little bit like diagonal.
He starts with the open stance and closes it up. Next pitch is low. They're going to say that he went around, and the ball gets away from the catcher. It rolls over into the Nationals' dugout, and Bartolomeo's going to get over to first base. So an unusual play. They're going to say that he went around on the swing. Bartolomeo's at first base.
Yeah,
okay, he's going to be safe. I thought maybe the umpire might have said that he was out, but he's not.
Neither Bartolomeo or Slotnick kind of realized that at first. So then when they realized it, Slotnick ran to the ball and Bartolomeo ran to first. And he ended up being safe because that ball was right by the Nationals' dugout.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a bizarre play. Lucky for Bartolomeo gets over there. That's actually the 4th strikeout of the game for Mulligan. Unfortunately, not going to count as an out on the board in the 1-0. Misses down and outside, gets away from Slotnick. Over to second goes Bartolomeo. He'll advance on the wild pitch. So a medium-sized backstop here. If it gets straight back, it's going to be hard for a catcher to make a play on it. But if it goes to the right or the left side, it's a little bit easier.
Especially if it's a guy going to third at the left side. But really, it is hard to get someone going to second no matter where it goes.
Here's the 2-0 low to Adebato. Count 3-0. After Adebato is Anthony Rodriguez, and the Nationals will flip the lineup over. Looking to get their first run on the board here in the top of the third. 3-0 is right down Main Street for a strike, and the count 3 balls and 1 strike.
It'd be big if the Nationals can produce a run here with the bottom of the lineup. That's very big, and then you get the top of the lineup next inning.
Yeah, this one cut on a miss by Adebato, and the count runs full 3-2. And yeah, the Nationals could really use production from any part of their lineup. I mean, again, they've just had a hard time putting the runs across, getting some hits, but see if they can build that back up here against the Giants as Adebato takes one down and away. And he walks, and now after a drop third strike, or rather a wild pitch third strike, and a walk, Nationals in business again with 2 men on, but can they bring him around to score? Anthony Rodriguez will try to answer that question. Left-handed batter, he's the final hitter in this Nationals 13-man order. First offering to him is fouled straight back in the count 0-1. Now Mulligan locked in. Next pitch will be his 41st, and it's going to be a ball. Low and inside, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Bartolomeo and Adebato, not the fleetest of foot, but they're not slow either. Bartolomeo with some long strides due to his height. Next pitch, a fastball that's up and away, and the count 2 balls and no strikes. And Mulligan not as pinpoint as he was his first 2 innings.
Yeah, he had the strikeout this inning, but yeah, a couple, he's lost the last batter, and he's starting to lose this batter.
This time goes with another fastball high in the count 3-1.
It's a little bit less of a strike zone, though, which is a little bit difficult for some pitchers. Kind of used to similar size players, and then now this one's a little bit smaller strike zone for the 5'5" Rodriguez.
And the 3-1 clips the inside corner, count full 3-2. Rodriguez wants an extra second. Rodriguez, one of the most energetic players that I've ever seen. He's always hyped up, ready to go. He told me he woke up today at 7 in the morning just to make sure he was wide awake and ready to go today as he taps this one to short. Etner picks it up. He has one play. It's the first. The throw is just in time. So Rodriguez is out on the 6-3, but that's only out number 2. And the Nationals now with 2 in scoring position. And here comes John Moeller with a chance to help himself out.
Yeah, and a pretty productive at bat for Rodriguez. He took a couple pitches. He worked, he worked Mulligan, and now it's second and third, so single scores 2 likely.
Moeller grounded out over to second his first time up. It was towards second base as he takes that one up for a ball. Count 1-0, but actually it was hit to the first baseman who swooped over and made the play. Here's the 1-0. Swung on a miss. That was a bit inside. Actually fouls it.
Yeah, I thought it was almost going to hit him there, but it's just strike 2. Very fast, very fast pitch, and sometimes you kind of want to get in and pull that one.
1 ball, 1 strike to Mueller. Next offering is below the knees for a ball. On the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. So Mueller, good contact hitter, a lot of speed. Just needs a little liner over the infield, can score 2 and cut this deficit in half. Nationals trail this one 4-0. Next one misses outside, and the count 3-1. And that actually might have been close to the black of the outer part of the plate, but Slotnick let that ball pull his glove over into the left-handed batter's box.
And neither Etner or Kedney are holding the runner, so they can get a big lead.
As Mueller swings and misses, and the count full 3-2. Yeah, no need to hold the runners here with both in scoring position. You're not going to really get them anyway.
Yeah, just get a good lead, and then a wild pitch might score 1.
Here's the payoff. Swung on and grounded sharply to second. Picked up and bobbled by Schroeder. He's going to have to make a quick throw. It is in time, and Miles Verbero bails him out with the beautiful pick on the low throw to retire his man for the final out of the inning. Nationals threat again, but can't score. No runs, no hits, and no errors. 2 men left to board again at the end of 2.5. Giants 4, Nationals nothing, with the Giants coming to bat in the bottom of the third. You're listening to NJ Nationals Baseball right here on the New Jersey Nationals Baseball Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Yeah, we're going to cut the commercial and bring you some baseball instead. How about that? Danny Etner, Justin Greger, and Brandon Kenny all step into the plate. So the Giants look to tack on and score for their 3rd straight inning in a row. They're up 4-0 on the Nationals. Moving into the bottom of the 3rd inning as Mueller comes in for his 3rd inning of work. He's thrown a lot of strikes, but he's given up 5 hits. First one is popped up in the infield. Going over to make the play is Kavanaugh, who's now the shortstop, cycling in for Bibbo, and that's out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Just what the doctor ordered there as Kavanaugh makes the catch. And give you the rest of the defensive changes. Just going to be a lot of going in and out. Reyes is over at 3rd base, and Martling has moved back over to 1st. They're going to check to see if Greger went around on that low and outside pitch. He did not. So the count goes to 1-0. Greger's last time up struck out swinging, so Mueller looking to duplicate that effort this time around. And the 1-0. Swung on and fouled right on top of home plate. And I'll just go as a strikeout, 1-1. Beautiful field here, Brendan P. Telvin Fields here in Livingston, New Jersey. Livingston's got a lot of nice facilities. And the 1-1. Curveball high, and now the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Mueller hasn't had a lot of success with that curveball. He's been living and dying by his fastball today, and that's probably what's going to be it to try to get him out of the rest of these few innings. 2-1 downstairs. Nice block by Mueller, and the count 3-1. Yeah, the Nationals have, they've struggled. They've lost the last couple of games that I called for them. Over at Matias, trying to get back on the horse here. 3-1 misses outside, and that'll go as ball 4. So Gregor going to trot his way over to first. Hasn't put a ball in play yet, but now has found his way on base as Brandon Kenny steps to the plate, and he's 1 for 1 with the base hit. So good defensive pairing up the middle for the Nationals. Alves and Cavanaugh to try to turn that double play as Martling holds Gregor on at first. Off-speed pitch misses high from Mueller, and the count 1-0. And coaches Carter and Kozak trying to bark out some defensive instructions for their team. They do want to get out of this inning fairly quickly. This one misses low and out again, and the count 2-0. And that's what I was saying before. Mueller lives in that strike zone, but when he misses, it's down and away to those righties. And the 2-0. This one just straight up low. And the count 3-0, he's fallen behind to his second consecutive batter after that pop up to short. Rodriguez shouting some encouragement from right field to his pitcher. And the 3-0 is low and outside, ball 4. So on 4 straight pitches, Kenny ends up over on first base. And tough inning so far for Mueller. He's thrown 10 pitches, but 8 of them off the plate, and now here comes Sean Mulligan, another chance to help himself out. He got a hit his last time up and came around to score.
Yeah, last inning he got in trouble, and this inning now it looks like he's in trouble. At least he does have 1 out, so a double play will end the inning. But still, you don't want 2 guys on with just 1 out.
See if they can get that ground ball. It's been keeping him low, but a little too low, just like that last offering. And the count 1-0 to Mulligan. So now 9 misses out of his last 11 for Mueller, trying to find his way back in the strike zone here. And the 1-0 gets a little bit of help from Mulligan that time as he fouls off that high pitch, goes back into the parking lot, takes a couple of big hops. And the count 1-1 at Brandon P. Tevlin Fields here, right off of Ochner Parkway in Livingston, New Jersey. There's actually a school or some sort of facility behind us and a parking lot over there. I parked my car far away, so I should not get a repeat of what happened to me last year with my broken windshield. This one popped up in shallow left. Cavanaugh backtracks and makes the grab. And that'll be out number 2. A couple of catches by Cavanaugh here this inning.
Yeah, nice job backtracking there. He was able to get sometimes the outfielder will call off the shortstop, but Cavanaugh takes it himself this time.
Yeah, and Liam, a former New Jersey Giant, played there a couple of years ago, as did his brother Desmond. This one fouled away in the count 0-1. Cavanaugh, of course, was with the Nationals last year, though. And, yeah, he's used to his field. I was talking to his father before the game, said they used to play a lot here. It used to be an all-dirt infield, but now there's grass here. It's really nice over here, and somebody did a good job coming here early and painting the chalk lines as well, as Mueller misses low here. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike to Alec Mastretta. Mastretta, his last time up, got himself a base hit, and that loaded the bases. He also came around to score. That was in that big second inning for the Giants. 1-1. Look out. It goes behind Mastretta, and Mueller able to jump up, Matt Mueller that is, behind home plate, and make a nice grab at it behind the back of Mastretta to prevent a wild pitch. The count now 2-1. That's a big play by him. Prevents the runners from moving up. Next one is grounded right back to the mound. Mueller picks it up, flips it over to first, and puts the runner down for the final out of the inning. And the Nationals needed that one. No runs in this time for the Giants. No runs, no hits. No errors and 2 men left aboard at the end of 3. Giants 4, Nationals nothing, with the Giants coming to bat in the top of the 4th. You're listening to 16U New Jersey Nationals baseball right here on the New Jersey Nationals Baseball Radio Network.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
All right, top of the 4th inning. Nationals sending up 2-3-4. That is Kavanaugh, Bibbo, and Alves. Try to scratch their first run across here against Sean Mulligan, who's been dominant so far. 51 pitches through 3 innings, only 1 hit allowed. First pitch to Kavanaugh is a fastball right down the pipeline for a strike in the count 0-1. And Kavanaugh had a nice line drive his last time up, but it was right at the third baseman, Kenny. So that was the second out of that first inning. Next pitch is hit in the air to right field. Greger calls everybody off and makes the grab for out number 1. So Kavanaugh unable to capitalize on his good defensive bottom of the 3rd inning with the hit as he flies out to right for out number 1.
All smiles there, though, coming back to the dugout. He made some good contact. Probably just missed, hitting that even farther.
And the man that's had the best contact of the game for the Nationals, Anthony Bibbo, steps to the plate 1-for-1 with a line drive base hit over to short as he gets over this one and grounds it softly over to second. Schroeder picks it up, throws it over to first, and puts him down for the second out of the inning.
Quick first 2 outs. You think Alves may take a few pitches just to make it so it's, give Muller some rest on the bench. I mean, only a few pitches so far and 2 outs already.
See Nightingale, left-hander for the Giants, starting to throw, although, especially if Mulligan gets out of this one pretty quickly. He might be able to go all 6 today as the first pitch to Alves misses upstairs in the count 1-0. Next offering to Alves misses downstairs, and the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Nobody on and 2 away for the Nationals, who trail this one 4-0 to the Jersey Giants. So misses up and in. Another fastball off the mark for Mulligan, and the count 3-0. Mulligan's had very good control today, though the last inning seemed to falter a little bit. As this one clips the outside corner, count 3-1. He walked a batter the last inning and also struck a man out, but it was on a wild pitch, so runner ended up advancing. This one popped up on the right side of the infield. Barbero is there and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So the Nationals go down in order 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, and nobody left aboard at the end of 3.5. We are over halfway through this 6-inning contest here with the Giants coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th with a 4-0 lead. You're listening to 16U NJ Nationals Baseball right here on the New Jersey Nationals Baseball Radio Network.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
All right, let's get you through these defensive changes, shall we? We're headed into the bottom of the 4th inning. Giants 4, Nationals nothing. New pitcher in for the Nationals is Joe Bartolomeo, so that'll do it for John Mueller, who goes into center field. That'll shift Aiden Kearns from center to left as Bartolomeo came in from left field to the mound. Sam Michelle is the third baseman with Dylan Martling over at first. Anthony Bibbo has taken over at short, and we'll give you Mueller's numbers right now. Mueller pitched pretty well, but the hit bug just got up on him a little too much. Pitched 3 innings through 47 pitches, 57.4% for strikes. If you're keeping track at home, 4 runs, 3 earned on 5 hits, 2 walks, and a couple of strikeouts for Mueller today. And he'll make way for Joe Bartolomeo, who looked really good his last time out last Sunday in North Brunswick. First pitch misses low for a ball, and the count 1-0. Actually, my mistake. That was in New Brunswick. There's just so many Brunswicks there in Central Jersey. The 1-0 is in for a strike, and the count 1-1. Actually, oddly enough, there's no straight-up Brunswick, New Jersey. There is an East Brunswick, there is a North Brunswick, and there is a New Brunswick, but there's no Brunswick in New Jersey as the 1-1 is down and away, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Now, of course, I'm going to fact-check myself because this seems like something that I think I'm right about and then be completely wrong. This one is popped up over on the right side. Adebayo gives chase, but that's going to be way out of play. And that'll get the count to 2-2. Okay, good. I was correct. There is no Brunswick, New Jersey. Okay. Thank you, Google. So Bartolomeo coming out firing. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nick Slotnick. It's going to be Slotnick, Verbero, and DiLorenzo all coming up for the Giants this inning. And Slotnick's last time up, he grounded out. 2-2 is low and outside, and the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Slotnick had a run batted in. It was a ground ball with a couple of guys on base. 3-2 is tapped over to short. Kavanaugh picks it up and fires over to first, and that'll be in time for out number 1. Actually, that's not Kavanaugh. Let's see who that is. This is actually Nick Weaver. So I was wrong with my initial defense. Bibbo's at second, and Weaver is over at shortstop. It was hard to tell because when they were warming up, they were all over the place. So that's a 6-3. Give Weaver the assist there. And now, final batter in the order, Miles Verbero comes up. He flew out to right field this first trip, and the count 0-1 as he fouls this one back.
Nearly hit him off the netting. Dangerous there. You don't really see where it's going because it's right behind you.
Yeah, interesting backstop here. Sky high until you get to the dugouts, but then even above the nearly 2 stories of fencing, as this curveball gets in for a strike on the lower half in the count 0-2, there's some netting that's above head and actually maybe softens the blow a little bit as it comes back down. Here's the 0-2 and fouled straight back.
And that second pitch, that pitch that got the second strike, that was a really nasty pitch. It almost looked like it was going to hit him, and it just went into the zone right down the middle for a strike. If he keeps doing that, he's going to have a nice day where he's deceiving hitters.
That's the kind of curve you're looking for. Let's see if he goes back to it here, 0-2 after the foul. Pitch, he does go with something off speed with movement. Didn't quite look the same as the last time, though. So he misses badly down and out, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Giants 4, Nationals nothing. Bottom of the 4th with 1 out. Final batter of the order up for the Giants now, and Miles Verbero. Right-handed batter against the right-handed throwing Bartolomeo, who misses with the fastball away, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nationals trying to halt the Giants, who scored in their first 2 innings, 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and Mueller was able to pitch a shutout third. This one foul-tipped into the glove of Mueller, but held on for strike 3. So Bartolomeo gets his second out on his first strikeout of the afternoon, and that'll help him turn the lineup over for the Giants. Their leadoff man is up, but with 2 away. And Tommy DiLorenzo will step to the plate, 1 for 2, with a ground out and a 2 RBI double. First pitch to him, a curveball inside from Bartolomeo, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. DiLorenzo's got an interesting stance, even stance, but holds the bat high above his head. As the fastball this time up and away, and the count 2-0.
Not the conventional stance, but if it works for him, keep using it.
And he got that big double last time, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fastball on the outside corner. That's something that ain't broke, as that's in for a strike, and the count 2-1. Bartolomeo working quickly here. Delivers the next offering, which is tapped slowly back to the mound. He's got to pick it up. It goes through him, and under his glove, Michelle is behind him. But Bartolomeo unable to get there in time. That's going to go as an E1. And DiLorenzo gets over to first base. First base runner of the inning for the Giants. Second error for the Nationals this ballgame.
Yeah, difficult play for Bartolomeo. You're going to your other side. You have to get it there quickly, but just missed the ball. And once it was past him, you knew it was kind of going to be, he was going to be safe at first.
I was hit slowly to the left side of the mound if your vantage point's behind home plate. As DiLorenzo takes off for second, the pitch is high. The throw down to second is not in time. A nice strong throw by Mueller. It looks like they might have been pitching out to try to get DiLorenzo. But the speed of the Giants' leadoff hitter gets him over to second base. And now runner in scoring position again for the Giants. But now 2 away. And the Giants, despite their 4-0 lead, just 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position as this curveball misses downstairs. And the count now 2 balls and no strikes.
A lot of times these players have been stealing on the first pitch of the at-bat, not waiting for it to go deep in the count to make their decision.
Next pitch by Bartolomeo. Fastball clips the outside corner in the count 2-1. And yeah, a lot of pitchers in this age group, especially from usually more for the windup, but even in their stretch, are still slow to the plate. And if you have speed like DiLorenzo, you take advantage of that every single time. 2-1 is down and away, and it's too low for Mueller to make a throw. DiLorenzo gets the third without a throw. And a couple of steals for the leadoff man for the Giants. And what a job he's done so far today. He's got on base twice. He has a 2 RBI double. Now a couple of swipe bags to his name. Now the 3-1. Swung on a miss by Schroeder. And the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Nationals pitching. Or rather, Bartolomeo has got to a full count now twice today. Got a strike the last time and does it again, but this one is fouled high and out of play. And we'll do it all over again. And based off Bartolomeo's pitch count, he's at 22. You'd think that he was laboring a lot this inning. He really hasn't. Yeah. Just got into a couple of deep counts, including this at-bat. Here's the payoff. And just a bit upstairs, ball 4. So Bartolomeo walks his man with 2 outs. And that'll send up Denny Etner.
And yeah, not what you want. You want to, first 2 guys you got out, and now top lineup's up now, and now Bartolomeo struggling.
Just trying to get something in the zone here. So 23 pitches, 12 for strikes, so just over that 50% mark. Wants to get a little higher here, but you don't want to groove one to the 3-hitter here in Denny Etner. He's 1 for 2. He also has a double. And first pitch to him is a strike right there down Main Street. Schroeder breaks and takes second base. But Mueller holds on to the ball, trying to keep DiLorenzo at third. Succeeds in that, but the third steal for the Giants this inning. 2 in scoring position now with 2 away, but an 0-1 count. Bartolomeo sets, delivers, and misses down and out. And the count 1-1. Bartolomeo slings the ball. Almost a sidearm delivery from him. Usually you see some control issues with that, and we've been seeing that a little bit today, but for the most part, Bartolomeo does his job, throws a lot of strikes, and uses that sidearm to deceive right-handed batters. As this one misses inside with the fastball, count 2-1.
Yeah, and you see a few guys do it in the major leagues, a few people be sidearms, but it is a very difficult thing, and I've heard also that it does cause some strain on the arm and shortens the career, but obviously if it works, and you get as much years as you can.
And 2-1 pops straight up behind home plate. Matt Mueller is there and makes the grab for the final out of the inning. A good catch there by Mueller to put an end to this inning and send the Giants down despite them putting 2 in scoring position. No runs, no hits, 2 men left aboard, 1 error. And at the end of 4, Giants 4, Nationals nothing, with the Nationals coming to bat in the top of the 5th. You're listening to New Jersey Nationals 16U Baseball right here on the New Jersey Nationals Baseball Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
Kearns, Weaver, Reyes trying to cut down on this 4-0 Giants lead. As first pitch by Mulligan misses upstairs, count 1-0. Mulligan's back at it. That was only his 60th pitch, and he threw just 59 through 4. And we saw Nightingale warming up, but especially if Mulligan can just keep getting these Nationals down quickly, I'd just keep him in the whole way and save the arms for the next game as Kearns fouls this one off and the count 1-1. Mulligan works quickly. And this one fouled straight back by Kearns. The count 1-2.
I'm glad we have the fencing in front of us, or else that's right at us.
Oh yeah, that you'll always flinch no matter what. Whether you're in a press box, whether you're right behind home plate like we are right now, that never is not scary. I'll tell you that. 1-2 to Kearns. Beautiful curveball by Mulligan gets him to swing and miss. Strike 3. And Sean Mulligan putting on a pitching clinic today. That's his 5th strikeout today. Now Nick Weaver will step to the plate, 0 for 1 with a fly out over to left field. And as we're watching the Jersey Giants play against the Nationals here, the New York Giants start today against the Washington football team. That game just started. We'll give you some updates as the game goes on because, of course, you're locked into Nationals baseball right here. Pitch miss tie to Weaver 1-0. Next offering is popped up. I can't see it. It's going to land right behind me. And the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. I thought that it was going to land in the netting, and then it just kept spinning.
Really high.
And Bibbo able to pick it up.
How tall it is above us. I mean, that has to go, what? I don't even know how tall it is.
I think that's about 20 feet.
20 feet. I mean, that's pretty tall.
And the 1-1 pitch now is down and away. And the count 2-1. I've never been hit by a foul ball, but my car has. My windshield shattered about a year and a half ago as Weaver makes some solid contact into left. Mistretta, though, is right there to make the grab as, wow, Weaver really hit that ball hard. Right on the money that time, but unfortunately also right at Mistretta in left field, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, probably maybe the best hit ball of the game. Obviously, you had that single in the first, but really well hit ball, but just, he couldn't really get it. It wasn't really in the gap, though.
Mistretta was playing that one perfectly as the first pitch to Danny Reyes inside, and the count 1-0. Reyes is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And I'm looking at the line scores for both these teams. Of course, the Nationals just with the 1 hit, but they've left the same amount of guys on base as the Giants, so they've had almost equal opportunity. The difference has been the Giants have gotten hits in their spots that they need them. So one's popped into right, picked up by Greger. He's going to throw to first, and it's in time.
Wow.
Greger was playing in right field, tried to rush in, let the ball bounce in front of him, and makes a rare 9-3 putout, even with Reyes hustling down the line. So the Nationals, again, down in order 1, 2, 3. And what a tough way for them to get out of that inning. That looked like it was going to be a base hit. Glad I didn't say anything last time. Or that time, as he's out on the 9-3 putout. No runs, no hits, nobody left aboard at the end of 4.5. It's a 4-0 Giants lead with the Giants coming back to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to NJ National 16U Baseball right here on the New Jersey Nationals Baseball Radio Network.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
McKissick and Freeman.
Gregor, Kenny, and Mulligan all coming up. Giants haven't scored since the second, as Moeller figured it out in the third, and Bartolomeo got himself in and out of trouble in the fourth. Now we'll try to navigate through the 4, 5, and 6 hitters as he misses low to Gregor, and the count 1-0. And now Liam Cavanaugh. This time I'm positive that he's over there at shortstop. Reyes moves back over to third base, and that means that Dylan Martling is back over at first. And next one is downstairs, and the count 2-0. Gregor walked and struck out in his 2 plate appearances. Looking to hit a ball hard here. Bartolomeo winds, fires. He does hit the ball hard, but foul over on the right side, and the count 2-1. Well, autumn is upon us. So we're seeing the tree line out there beyond the outfield. A little bit of different colors. It's a crisp afternoon here, although the sun is shining right down on us, keeping us a little warm. Gregor swings and misses, and the count now 2-2. We're getting to that time of year. Next weekend, I bet you it's going to be real cold for the final weekend of action here for the Nationals, as it usually is at the end of October. Bartolomeo misses down and out in the count 3-2, so if you're not home and you're coming to the games, make sure that you bring your blankets, jackets. That's what I'll be doing. Payoff pitch is low and outside, ball 4. And Bartolomeo having the same location problem that Moeller has, missing down and away frequently. And now one man on here in the bottom of the 5th inning with nobody out.
Yeah, that bad. He lost him for the first 2 pitches, and he had him for the next 2, and then he lost him for the next 2. So just keep, just consistency needed. I mean, he was able to get out of the last inning, but you can't keep going where you're walking 2 guys an inning.
Nationals collectively have walked 4 batters. Bartolomeo walked 2 today, and Moeller with the other 2. First pitch here is low for a ball to Brandon Kenny, the right-hander, and the count 1-0. And the Giants have been active on the base paths. 4 stolen bases. 3 of them coming last inning, though, didn't result in a run. Next pitch is punched as he was jammed on the inside edge into left field. Making the catch is Cavanaugh, who called off Kearns. Almost a collision out there in left, but Cavanaugh, a great fly ball tracker over there at shortstop. He could probably also play the outfield if he ever gets back out there. But, he's such a talented middle infielder. Though why even risk it there? Makes the catch there. That's his 3rd fly ball catch of this ball game. 3 putouts for the shortstop. Now the first pitch to Mulligan is on the outside corner for a strike 0-1. Mulligan is 1 for 2 with a base hit and a flyout. And both times he's hit the ball right over to the shortstop. Great break by Gregor, but unfortunately for him, Bartolomeo caught him just in time. Quick throw over to second. Now back to first. Martling tries to tag, and he's unable to get it. So Gregor was, looked like he was dead to rights, but the Nationals mishandled the play as Marling was halfway down the line there, and really Bartolomeo should have been playing over behind the first base bag there, so the Nationals just not playing that rundown correctly.
Yeah. Nice job, stepping off by Bartolomeo, but couldn't, just not a great executed rundown.
Swung grounded to short. Cavanaugh picks it up to second for one. On to first is high and not in time. So fielder's choice there, but Nationals getting the job done, cutting off the lead runner. Good job by Cavanaugh to shuffle the ball over quickly to the second baseman Alves, and now there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. So here comes Alec Mistretta, 1 for 2 with a base hit right up the middle. This one tapped over to first. Martling is there, makes a nice play on the hop, taps on the bag, and retires him for the final out of the inning. So a good play that time by Martling over at first base. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left aboard. At the end of 5, we head into what could be the final half inning of the ball game with the Nationals with their final chance coming to bat again. We're only playing 6 each game. Next game will start right after this one. And 1-2, or rather not quite a 1-2-3 inning, but it's a 4-0 Giants lead up on the Nationals, with the Nationals with their final 3 outs coming up here in the top of the 6th. You're listening to NJ Nationals Baseball right here on the New Jersey Nationals Baseball Radio Network.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
New pitcher out there for the Giants is Dan Horowitz. That means Mulligan's day is done, although he's going to go over and play shortstop to end this ball game. Matt Muller, that is. Sam Michelle and Dylan Martling will all step to the plate. Nationals trail 4-0 with their final 3 outs. Staring them down here. They only have 1 hit today. One came back in the first inning, and it seems they can get some offense generated against this lefty Horowitz. And the first pitch from him is downstairs for a ball, and the count 1-0. And Mulligan pitched masterfully. 5 shutout innings, only 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Also, just 69 pitches, 41 of them for strikes. 1-0 is downstairs, not caught by Slotnick, ends up between his legs, and the count now 2-0. Honestly, I know they might want to be trying to get all their pitchers in, but if I were the Giants, I might have left Mulligan in. He only threw 69 pitches.
Yeah, a little bit surprising, but you do, it is a scrimmage, so you do want to get your guys in and, give them reps. It's not a tournament game where you're going to, you need to win this one.
So this probably means the Giants will use 2 pitchers in the next game. So just taking Horowitz here at the end instead of letting him start the next one. Here's the 3-0. He is in on the outside corner, and the count now 3 balls and 1 strike. Muller's 0 for 1, but did get on base. He reached on an error. And his speed was a big part of it. Forced them to make a tight throw there. So next pitch to him is downstairs for a ball, and he'll trot his way over to first. Actually hustles down the line, so no walking for him on the base on ball as he's on first base. And here comes Sam Michelle, lefty.
It's pretty. It's getting a little cool out, so maybe just to get a little warm out there running to first.
Yeah, the clouds now obstructing the sun, but it'll come back out.
Hopefully.
Michelle with a gorgeous cobalt blue barreled bat. lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch to him is downstairs, but he swings that, and the count 0-1.
Yeah, the bat works perfectly with the uniforms. It very accentuates both of them.
So Smolen not a huge threat to go over there first base, but does have a lot of speed for a catcher. And the 0-1 is grounded through the hole on the right side and in for a base hit. Gregor's going to pick it up, fire it over into second, but that's the first base hit for the Nationals since the first inning. And now 2 men on with nobody out, and Michelle coming up with a big hit here. So nice job by Michelle, who was at the platoon disadvantage there with the lefty on the mound, and now the Nationals in business with 2 men on base. Here comes Dylan Martling. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. Horowitz holds the ball behind him for quite some time before finally delivering. And this time he does it again. Misses low in the count 1-0. Right-hander up against the left-handed pitcher. Stepped off the mound, now is ready to go. Moeller is on second base off a walk. Michelle's on first with the base hit. Next pitch to Martling. This one is grounded and picked up by Mulligan at shortstop. He's not going to have a play. That's going to be an infield single for the Nationals. So for the team that had just 1 base hit all game, now back-to-back base hits, loads the bases. And now Joe Bartolomeo up, and he represents the tying run.
Yeah, that ball, a really nice play, honestly, to even prevent that from going out of the infield. But, no real play there. So now bases loaded. Tying run, although really the fences are pretty far away, so I don't expect to see any tying hit on this batter at least.
Bartolomeo does have some pop as he takes that one on the outside corner in the count 0-1. But yes, the fences are quite deep, but a nice hit in the gap could at least bring in 2, maybe 3. As this one is grounded over to third, picked up, bobbled slightly, fires home, and just in time. Bartolomeo hits a sharp ground ball, but a nice play by the third baseman, goes ahead and retires Mueller. So the smartly played fielder's choice puts 1 away here, and the Nationals down to 2 outs. Or rather, 2 more outs.
A little surprised I went home there. It's a 4-run game, so that run's kind of meaningless, but it ended up working out, and you cut down the runner, and it's still a 4-run game.
See, I kind of like that throw home, though, because now the double play ends the game. You don't have a single run on the board as the first pitch to Adebayo up and away in the count 1-0.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I do agree with that. Obviously, it's a good result, but if it went wild, then it's like, why didn't he just step on third? So, but it did work out there, and he made the risky play, and it ended up working, that risk.
Next pitch, Adebayo down and away, and again with that medium backstop, not enough space for Michelle to advance, so the ball got past Slotnick. But he was off to the races immediately and was able to pick up that baseball. And now just a 2-0 count, but no run comes in to score. Adebayo, again, he still represents a tying run. 4-0 Giants up on the Nationals in the top of the 6th. Only a 6-inning game. We'll have another one right after this. 2-0 upstairs. Check swing, but does not go all the way around. And the count now 3-0.
No place to put those runners. And then the winning run will be up if there's a walk here.
Adebayo, interesting with the batting gloves. He has the batting glove only on his right hand, unusual for the righty. Usually if you have just one, you would have it on the lead hand left. As this one in for a strike. The 3-1 pitch is now going to be coming next. That was the 3-0. Adebayo did walk his last time up. Sports a good eye up there at the plate. And the 3-1. Is in for a strike on the inside corner. A little bit of a late call, and now the count full, just like the bases. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 6th. Nationals trail at 4-0 with a chance to put some runs on the board here. Big pitch here. And he gets him to swing and miss. Strike 3. Horowitz with the big strikeout on Adebayo. And the base is still loaded, but the Nationals down to their final out.
And that ball was ball 4. It was high and outside, but you do want to try to produce there. Did not work out, and now it's 2 outs and more runners that could be left on base.
Comes Anthony Rodriguez. First pitch to him, misses inside. Michelle gets a good break off the ball. Here's a quick throw home, and it's not in time. Horowitz dove to make the catch. A great effort play by the pitcher, But ultimately, it's a wild pitch that brings a run home for the Nationals, and it's now 4-1.
A little bit surprising there he went home. He almost was out, and you don't want to make that third out at home. But ends up working out, and now there's no force out, making it a little bit more difficult for the Giants infield.
So now the Nationals do get the run on the board. Tying run stays at the plate. 2 men in scoring position. 2 away, Rodriguez with a 1-0 count. And swings and misses in the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Grounded out his last time up. It's over to shortstop. See what he can do this time. 1-1 pitch. This one is pulled down the line, but just foul. And now the Nationals down to their final strike, but a good piece of contact that time for Rodriguez.
So close to making that a 1-run game. Just a little bit more in, a little bit more in fair territory, a little bit more to the left, and that's a double probably.
So Rodriguez hit it almost exactly where he wanted it. See if you can get it over to right field. Easier for the guys to come in to score. Now a 1-2 count with 2 away. Top 6, 4-1 ball game. Giants up on the Nationals. This will be the final inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the lefty. 2 away, 2 men on. Horowitz kicks and fires, misses inside, and Rodriguez will live to fight another pitch. Count 2-2.
Pretty close pitch, but took it there. And he does have to protect here, though. Can't let just strike 3 look and end the game.
Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Horowitz kicks, fires, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Rodriguez down on strikes for the final out of the ball game. And Giants win this one by a score of 4-1. So well played by the Giants. The offense got off to a good start. They sputtered late, but the pitching did an excellent job to keep them in. And this next game is not going to start at 2:30.
No, it's not.
And we're going to hit end game right here. Your winning pitcher is Sean Mulligan, who was phenomenal today. He's also the player of the game. He was great through 5 shutout innings with the 5 strikeouts as well. Hard luck loser is John Mueller, who pitched pretty well. And the save actually goes to Dan Horowitz, mostly because he gave up that run in there, so made that the 3-run ball game. Final line scores, Nationals 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors, 7 left aboard. That was the big issue for them. They couldn't get any hits with runners in scoring position. The Giants, 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 6 left on base. We're going to start this next one pretty soon, probably about 10-15 minutes, so keep your eye on your MixLR app. But the final score of this one, Nationals lose this one 4-1 to the Jersey Giants. Nationals will be home in game number 2. And Michael Mims will actually give you some play-by-play action for the next one. So for everybody with the Nationals, for Victoria Cook and John Rivetti, who do such a great job running this organization, I'm Zack Smolen. For Michael Mims, thank you so much, and we'll see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. So make sure you stay tuned and stay frosty.